Journey here, that Journey chick on Instagram. Welcome to the show. Don't forget to hit the like button. Take him out for a donut because it's National Donut Day. But don't let him pick out anything but the plain ones. Yeah. And subscribe. Yes, hit the notification bell so you don't miss a single episode of Crafting and Crime daily. Because I do record every day, Monday through Friday. Sometimes you get a Saturday episode, and I go live twice a week. And let's do the planner. Okay, we need a pen. We got a pen. So, yesterday, I was very stressed yesterday. You know, between you and me, I had a psychiatrist appointment, and it always stresses me out. I don't know why. It just does. It stresses me out. And then I get home, and I'm unboxing a Uniquely Yours Down Under, and I had to scrap the unboxing. There were some issues that Jenny, the owner of the company, and I as an affiliate, we need to work through. If you do happen to get one of these kits, and it's not to your satisfaction, please let me know so I can help the owner of this company work through those issues. Because she's got some unbelievably beautiful, talented artists with her company. We just got to work out some kinks with the canvases and the kits. Yeah. So today is, what did I say? National Donut Day. Donuts. I should stop and get some for work. It's Friday. Friday. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Friday dance. Oh, God, I'm so happy it's Friday. Thank you, God. And it's payday. We got a raise at work. $50 every 2 weeks. I got a $50 raise. I don't know what the percentage turned out to be, but I calculated it, and it was $50 a paycheck. Hey, it helps buy the milk, right? What are we going to do for this day in history? Oh, we're going to talk about the Indians again. The Sioux Indians out of Minnesota. Indians, Minnesota. The great state of Minnesota. And here comes Stitch. Man, he is just latched onto me in the morning. Stitch, what are you doing? Hey, come on. Oh, there's too much stuff over here for him to play with. Stitch. Now he's got, what is that you've got here? Here, you want to play with this? Oh, it's a piece of tape. Come on, come on, come on, come on, off the desk. I'll let you play with the tape. Come on, over here, buddy. Oh, here you go. Play with the tape. And this weekend, Crystal's Crafted Creations and Shalene's Creativity Room and Amanda, I don't know what Amanda's name is. Anyway, they're having a 72 hours, a 24-hour thing where you can get 24 hours and 72 hours of any craft, and they have a Zoom room for it. So, check that out. I don't know that I'm going to get 24 hours of anything but sleep this weekend. I do want to do some cross stitching. I do. I tried last night. I went into the Zoom. I was trying to work on the Christmas tree. I'm cross stitching away, and then I realized it's wrong. I had to frog the whole thing out, and then of course I'm like boo-hooing because it's just frustrating. Not frustrating that I have to frog things out. Frustrating that there's so many crafts I want to do. I love to do them. I love cross stitch. I love crochet. I love diamond painting. But there isn't enough time in the day to do it all. And that frustrates me. I don't want to go to work. I want to stay home and craft and read books. And, but I can't. I'm not a superhero. I wish I was. And I just have to cut myself a break. You can only do what you can do. So I got out of the Zoom and watched some TV, ate some ice cream, because I'm really good at that. And then I sat and crocheted. I'm still working on my sister's blanket. It's almost done. I have one more skein of the neutral color to add, and then once I add that, I can do the trim in the dark blue, and I'm done. So I will get something accomplished. All right. So I'm working on the kitty cats. I didn't do anything yesterday, but you know, this is the part that I was working on, the night sky. Isn't it pretty? Yeah, so we'll work on that while we chit chat about National Donut Day. All right, I need a pen. So I de-kitted the Monster Family, and I started a new jar of, I don't know if you can see them, the drills. I usually throw them in here until they become too much, and then I don't know what I do with. I've got jars of drills everywhere. I don't save the round drills. I'll save square drills from certain companies. Yeah, because you tend to find that the die lots from company to company are different. So you do have to be careful with that. But yeah, I have, and the reason I saved the square drills is for my HAID projects, Heaven and Earth Design. I have 2 Heaven and Earth Design canvases. You know, they come with just the canvas. They don't come with the drills. So you have to supply your own drills. That's why I save my square drills, so that I can do those canvases without having to purchase too many drills. I started to kit up one of them with the drills that I have, but you know, let's go back to that speech about not having enough time in the day. Yeah, exactly. Oh well. So Trevor went live yesterday and showed off his resin work. Oh my God, he made the most beautiful feather. Now, I don't know. I told him, please leave your video live. I don't know if he did. Let me check it out. He probably didn't. But it was gorgeous. And it was quite large. It was a very large piece, but he did a fantastic job with it. Let's see if he left it up for you guys to look at. He did not. Oh, gosh darn it. If anybody has a picture of it, send it to me. I'd love to show you guys. Anyway, Trevor, that's so frustrating. He does such nice craft work, and he doesn't leave it so anybody can see it. Like, if you don't make his live, you are not going to see the craft work. Oh, well. Anyway, what is your favorite kind of donut? Mine is a Krispy Kreme. Krispy Kreme are the best donuts. Now, I have a place around the corner. Oh, man. It's called Wenschel's. And they make the best raised donuts. Their cake donuts are like, they're okay. But their raised donuts are amazing. And they're a good sized donut, and you get 14 for a dozen. But if there were a Krispy Kreme around the corner, and I had to choose, I would choose Krispy Kreme. Yeah. Dunkin' Donuts is just, you know, their donuts used to be really good. I remember back in the day when, you know, I had a husband and my children were growing up. Every Sunday I would go get a dozen donuts at Dunkin' Donuts, and they were good sized donuts. And there was, you know, 4 of us, my husband and the 2 kids and me. And, you know, and I would get a newspaper, you know, we'd get the Sunday paper. We didn't order it. I would stop and get a Sunday paper, and I would get a dozen donuts, and then we'd go home and relax all Sunday morning. That was our routine every single Sunday. I enjoyed the coconut. I like a coconut donut. I like a cinnamon crunch donut. I like raspberry filled. Now, if you go to Krispy Kreme, I like the raspberry filled, but I like the white cream filled. Oh, so amazing. So amazing. And if you live near Krispy Kreme and they have that hot and now sign and it comes on when the donuts are fresh, you're like, hot now, gotta swing into the Dunkin' Donut. Yeah. Ooh, I just got a chill. Oh my goodness. That was weird. So good. So good. Ooh, ooh. So if you did not watch all the way to the end of the video yesterday, I announced that I am having an event in January. Diamonds in Paris. That's the name of the event. It is the kickoff to my year of landscapes. The first landscape that I will be doing is Notre Dame. If you have that painting or any other painting that has to do with Paris, paint along with me. I'm going to get some sponsors and we're going to do this up right. If you are working on that painting, I could have you as a guest each week in my live if you want, or I could have all of you as guests. I don't know, but you still have time to order it. Diamond Art Club, I think it's still out of stock, the Notre Dame painting, but my understanding is that they're going to have it back in stock before the end of the year. Let me check. Oh my gosh, Diamond Art Club is doing Christmas all Saturday. All the releases Saturday are Christmas, and they're so amazing. But I have enough Christmas stuff. I have Christmas from Diamond Art Club last year and the year before. So I have that fireside Christmas, and then I have the one that has this, is it a snowman with all the forest creatures in it? I have that one. Yeah, because the last two Christmases I have done Christmas Chuck Pensons. So, and this Christmas, I don't know that I'm doing any Christmas painting, to be honest with you. We'll see. Because it's the year of Alice, and I need to get my Alice's done. And there's no Christmas Alice that I know of. Anyway, what was I looking up? Oh, Diamond Art Club. Diamond Art Club. Oh, I have that Diamond Art Club app. I don't know if it's on this. Oh, it is. Here it is. Diamond Art Club, do what makes you sparkle. 25% off nature and landscapes for the next 3 weeks. What? As a gesture of gratitude for our amazing fans, we're offering 25% off a different collection each week starting today. Enjoy beautiful landscapes and serene destinations with a special offer. Use code NATURE25 at checkout. What? I did not need to tell you that. What? Okay, let's see which ones they're offering this week. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, Island Time. I have that one. Island Time is one of them. They look like Chuck Pensons to me. Oh my goodness. Now there's one that looks like it could be Parisian. You could pick that one up. It's a couple strolling through the forest. There's an umbrella on the bench. I remember that one. I think Rachel Ray had that one. There's a lighthouse. Oh my. Oh my. There's a barn. The old shoe house. I got that. I am doing that one next year. The old shoe house. That is a Dominic Davidson. It's the old woman who lived in a shoe. It's a landscape with the shoe. It's an amazing, amazing picture. I do plan to do that one next year. That is one of the ones on my list. Hemji Castle. I started that one. I still have that in my whips. Hemji Castle. That is not Parisian, but Oriental. But it's beautiful. Lots of pinks, cherry blossoms. There's an Italian one. Some more Chuck Pensons. Oh, lots of Chuck Pensons, guys. Oh man, they have an unbelievable collection, and you can get 25% off. What? Oh, my finger wants to yeah, my finger. But no, I've got plenty. I have plenty of landscapes back here. Okay, including some of the ones I just mentioned, but Santorini, I have that one. Check that one out. Oh my gosh, the Venice Still Life. Oh, they've got so many. Oh, Wow. Reflections, farm country, cabin porch view. That's one of the ones I want to do this year. They have that one. Oh, guys, Tuscany Villa. I have that one. Yeah, this is amazing for the year of landscapes. Check this out, 25% off. You could paint along with me. Okay, here's one of the, I am going to do the old woman in the shoe. I don't know what they called it. It's a Dominic Davidson. And I am going to be doing, what was the other one I mentioned? Cabin porch view. So you could paint along with me later on next year if you get those. Anyway, so, but I was looking for, wow, what a great deal, guys. What a great deal. Let me see if I can find the, why did I come here? I was looking for, oh my goodness. It's easier just to look it up on the internet. Okay, it is still out of stock. But if you have another Parisian painting and you want to paint along, please do. That will start January 1st. And if it does come back into stock, then maybe you can get it before, maybe it'll be one of those ones in the next few weeks that is 25% off. How amazing would that be? I mean, for Diamond Art Club, that's a good deal. It really is. Any of those paintings, they're all expensive paintings, the ones I mentioned, but for 25% off, that is one hell of a deal. All right, enough enabling, Rebecca. Okay, let's get to crafting and crime, what you came here for. All right, so we are done with the trial of Markeith Lloyd until Saturday when they go into the penalty phase. Let's talk about the Donald Harton case. Now, Donald Harton is the gentleman, the Wiccan gentleman, the witch, warlock, whatever you want to call him. He practices Wicca. He is accused of murdering his mother and his two brothers. His mother was hit in the head with a hammer 8 times. Her throat was cut. John, his brother, who was challenged, he was mentally challenged. He was hit over the head 3 times and his throat was cut. And then his brother Richard, who worked for the Department of Homeland Security, was shot and his throat was cut. So at this point, we have heard from the jailhouse snitch. At first, I was not convinced that what he was saying was forthright, but now I'm sort of in the camp that this guy did it. As depraved as it seems, this jailhouse person knew so much about, so much detail that the police did not know, that it lends credibility to everything he said. So yesterday we hear from, now this was really interesting, a priest in the Wiccan religion, but he's also a clinical psychologist. He has like a PhD in psychology, and he has a degree, a Juris Doctorate degree, just like me, which means he could be a lawyer. If you graduate with a JD, you can go take the bar and become an attorney, but it just means you studied law. So he has a degree in law and he has a degree in psychology, but now he is a Wicca. He's a priest in the Wicca. He teaches that. He still teaches psychology. So he was there on the stand to kind of educate the jury about Wicca. First of all, we don't do sacrifices. The police had to ask this defendant during his interrogation, did you do this as some kind of a human sacrifice? And he's like, no, we don't do human sacrifices. So the priest was just kind of reiterating, he's like, that was in older times. Yes, once upon a time, there was such a thing as animal sacrifices, human sacrifice. We don't do that anymore. We've kind of evolved. he explained that it's a religion based in nature. Well, I don't know where my notes are. It's a religion based in nature. They worship the phases of the sun and the moon, and everything evolves around their reverence for nature. Okay, so the defense was asking him the most ridiculous questions, but I think just to prove how ridiculous ideas are about witches. Do you guys use broomsticks? And he's like, no, we don't use. Do you use wands? Yes, we do use wands. They do use wands. Ah, who knew? Okay. Black cats? No, we don't. We don't. We don't have black cats as our familiars. All of us. We do. He was asking him the weirdest questions. You don't wear pointed hats, do you? No, we do not wear pointed hats. There was a time in history when we wore pointed hats. We don't wear pointed hats anymore. Then he asked him about the Ouija board. Remember, this defendant had a Ouija board in his Wiccan room, and he did say, yes, at one point in time, the Ouija board did play a part in Wicca. He says, but it's kind of, it's almost like a tool that's sort of not useful anymore. He's just like, it's almost like, you have the first edition of the Apple computer compared to what you have now. He says, you don't even use that first edition of the Apple computer anymore. Now we use the more recent. He says more recently, you have the tarot cards. Those work much better than the Ouija board. So they use tarot cards and candles, which, he had a lot of candles. It's just fascinating testimony. Do you wear pointed hats? No. Just to dispel any notion that this murder had anything to do with Wicca. So he was asked about the alignment of the bodies. Does that have any meaning? And he said no. He says, in fact, the alignment of the bodies in this case, because he had studied the discovery, the alignment of the bodies in this case was very random. He says it had no meaning whatsoever. And they said, well, what about the fact that they were all buried under piles of clothes? Did that have any meaning? And he said, nope, no meaning in Wicca, none whatsoever. So I thought that was interesting. So that does go to closing arguments now. I was busy at work yesterday, so I had no time to listen to the closing arguments. All right, next case. This is a new trial, okay? So if you're just tuning in, waiting for a new trial, here it is. Ahmaud Arbery. Okay, Ahmad Arbury was a black man in Georgia jogging through the community when 3 white men, a father, a son. The father had been an investigator for the defense, for the district attorney's office, retired. The son, and then a neighbor who was going to come along and film everything. They suspected this was the gentleman who had committed a series of robberies in their neighborhood. So they were going to go get him, and the neighbor was going to film it. So they followed this guy. The son gets out of the truck and guns him down. Shoots him 3 times, I believe 3 times. Anyway, here's where we are. Yesterday, they finalized jury selection. They had narrowed it down to 45 jurors, only 12 of which were were black. So of these jurors, they, the 12 black jurors and the white jurors, they had to use their challenges. So the prosecution got 8 preemptory challenges. That's what they're called, preemptory challenges, which means you don't have to state a reason for dismissing a juror. You have a challenge. You just say, okay, I don't want him, and they leave. Same with the defense. Each defendant, and there are 3, got 8. So 8, 16, 24 preemptory challenges. Now, the prosecution used all 12 of their preemptory challenges dismissing white people. The defense used all of their preemptory challenges dismissing the 11 of the 12 black people. Preemptory challenges were used on 11 of the 12 black people. So what we ended up with here is a jury made up of 4 men, and the rest are women, including the alternates. 1 black person, the rest white, which is not indicative of the demographic of this community, which is, I believe, about 25% black. So that is not representative of this community. You know, it's supposed to be a jury of your peers. Now we have got 3 white defendants, but it's supposed to be a representative of the demographic of the community. So the prosecution filed a motion, a Batten's challenge. And what that is it says to the judge, I believe that the defense used their challenges, because remember, they can dismiss them for any reason. They don't have to state a reason. They just say, I don't want this juror, and the juror's gone. That's what those challenges are for. But once the prosecution has made this challenge to the judge, now the judge turns to the defense and says, okay, you dismissed 11 black people. You now have to give a race-neutral reason why you dismissed each and every one of those people. And I'll read to you some of the reasons they gave. Juror 199, a black woman, had said they hunted him down and killed him like an animal. The whole case is about racism. So they didn't believe that she could be fair and impartial. Now that is a race-neutral reason, because she cannot be fair and impartial. She's already made up her mind. Juror number 253, another black woman, said, no one needs to have their life taken away. I believe it was wrong. There should be another solution instead of bam. Now, she's already made up her mind. So they dismissed her. She cannot be fair and impartial. So the judge agreed with the defense. They gave 11 race-neutral reasons why they got rid of those jurors. They cannot be fair and impartial. They have already made up their minds in this case. The judge had to go with that. Once you've given a race-neutral reason, by law, the judge has to say, okay, you know, that's it. They've articulated a race-neutral reason. Your Batten challenge has failed. Now, off the record, the judge was not happy. He said, I believe you intentionally excluded some of these people, but there's nothing I can do about it. I'm following the law. You articulated a race-neutral reason, and I had to go with that. But I believe that you intentionally excluded some of these people. So what is, Georgia needs to change the law, but this is the law everywhere in this country. You get those preemptory challenges, and once you state a race-neutral reason, that juror's gone. The judge has to go with it. That is the law. So, yeah. So today will be the opening arguments in the Ahmaud Arbery case. Can't wait. Now, we expected that perhaps before the preemptory challenge, there would be a change of venue motion. I don't know if they made that motion and it failed, but anyway, there is no change of venue. We thought that perhaps that third defendant, the one who is the photographer of the entire thing, would ask for his trial to be severed from the other 2. That did not happen. They may have made the motion, but it didn't happen. They're all 3 being tried together, and it starts today. Hopefully. Things change in these trials. Overnight, they can change, depending on like emergency motions that are filed and, you know, what have you. So those are the 2 cases. Okay. Yes. All right. What is this day in history? So yesterday I talked about Dances with Wolves, which was a movie that articulated abuses against the Indians. Well, today is a real day in history where it highlights the abuses of Indians. On this day in 1892, 300 Santee Sioux Indians, these were in Minnesota, these 300 were sentenced to hang. They had been accused of raping and murdering Anglo settlers. Now, here's what really happened. The Anglo settlers kept pushing these people off their lands until they had a sliver of what they used to have, and they were starving them to death. They were supposed to be giving them rations and food, and they would withhold them for payments due, to the point where these people had no choice. They were starving, they were dying, the land was gone, all due to the abuse of these Anglo settlers. So they retaliated. They took a bunch of women captive, hostage, and during that hostage crisis, a lot of them were killed. Some of the hostages were killed. It was horrible, absolutely horrible. The Sioux killed 13 American soldiers, wounded another 47 soldiers. But they were eventually able to recover the hostages, and they captured and charged 300 Indians and sentenced them to hang. Here comes Abe Lincoln, and he commuted all but 38 of them's sentence. Abe Lincoln knew. He recognized that what the trial didn't recognize, the abuses that these people had suffered at the hands of these Anglo settlers. Lincoln knew this, so he commuted most of their sentences. So there were only 38 that were ultimately hanged, which is still really horrific. They were all hanged at the same time. All the Minnesotans came out to watch. It's horrible. Horrible what we did to these Indians. Horrible. Yeah. It almost makes you want to cry, doesn't it? So sad. Outraged and at the limits of their endurance. Yeah. Anyway, that's this day in history. America doesn't have a great history when it comes to the Indians. And we've tried to make it up to them in certain ways. They get payments, there's things we're trying to do to make it right still today. Anyway, that's the show for today. It's Friday. Hallelujah. It's donut day. Don't forget to take the like button with you to the donut shop. Make sure he gets all the plain ones. And I hope to see you this weekend. Don't forget, I have a live on Sunday at 11 Central Time. Hope to see you then. I will be on Mickey Sunshine's live tonight as we kick off the Mystery Diamond Painting event. There's, I guess, about 30 people that are participating. I have not kitted up my painting for that. I opened the painting so that it would flatten out, but I haven't kitted it up. So guess what I'll be doing after work, right? So I'll be on her show, 6:30 Central Time. I'll see you then. Take care, everybody. Love you. Bye.